Have you guys heard about the fake Botox going around?
No, just you've told us about the Botox from last week, though.
I actually did hear
Oh,
about
the
this.
new one. Then okay, this is different. Travis, you heard about?
Yeah, I saw this on TV one day this week, and I thought about you. I was like, oh god,
So
I wonder Dr. Hermann.
I'm gonna be on CBS. I don't know if it's next week or the week after talking about this.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
You
CBS.
gotta tune in.
Yeah, it's CBS Phoenix, so it's not local CBS, but still, it's kind of cool to talk about
cool.
these things. Yeah, I've done a few segments for CBS Phoenix on various topics, and now they kind of know me, so when these things pop up, like they'll reach out. So,
Right.
but yeah, there was a release from both the Food and Drug Administration and the CDC in the past week about counterfeit Botox, and when this first came out, I was like, that's so bizarre. Like, who would make?
Is it like, are they making like it under the brand name Botox?
Well, it's counterfeit. Like
Oh.
they're selling it in a box that's supposed to look like the official Botox brand.
Ew.
Crazy, right? So you have to be careful because there's been now 19 women who've had complications from this counterfeit Botox.
Yeah.
And 9 of which had to go to the hospital for things like
What's
respiratory.
it made out of?
Well, it is a neurotoxin. So the counterfeit one actually has the active ingredient. You know, Botox is a muscle paralytic,
Yeah.
which is why it's so dangerous, because if you took cosmetic Botox and you injected, 100 units into your bloodstream, it would kill you.
Yeah.
But fortunately, the way that we use it in cosmetics, it stays right in the area that we inject it, and so it doesn't get in your bloodstream, and it just, as you know, it causes your muscles to not work, your frown lines and your laugh lines and all that. So used correctly, and when you're using the real product, it's extremely safe. I mean, there's millions of people getting Botox out there. But apparently there's something different about this counterfeit Botox, because they've had many people where it's got into their system, and they're starting to have paralysis of muscles they don't want paralyzed, like
your lungs,
like your diaphragm, like your larynx muscles where you can't swallow. So this is, and no one's died from this counterfeit Botox, but definitely there's been some.
They've become extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. And so the states where this has happened, tell me one state where counterfeit Botox has happened, Sarah.
Florida.
Bam! I knew you could do it. Florida, Colorado, Illinois, Kentucky, Nebraska, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Washington are the 9 states so far with this fake counterfeit.
I'm surprised California isn't on there. Did you say California?
I did not say California.
That's surprising.
Where do you guys, okay, I have to ask, where do you guys think this is coming from? I mean, surely it's not being made in the United States, I don't think. It's gotta be coming from like China or India maybe.
Yeah, maybe a foreign supplier.
I mean, it has to be. I mean, I just don't, I don't know. I have to think.
No idea.
I mean, because you would have to have like a lab to create this stuff.
It probably came from Florida first.
Florida get a bad
I
rap.
wonder where they're like
And like a virus.
Where is the factory
It
that's
goes
making
to the other
counterfeit
state.
Botox? I mean, I just don't believe that there's like a underground lab somewhere in the United States making.
Wherever it is, it's probably dirty.
I bet it is dirty. That's probably why they're having so many problems. So, as I said, the authentic Botox has not been associated with any of these bad reactions. And I want to show you guys the difference in the boxes, because when I saw the fake box, I was like, yeah, that's absolutely a fake. So the one on the right is the real one. That's the one I have tons of those in my office. So what's different about the box? Well, first off, Botox doesn't come in 150 units. It comes in mostly 100, although there are some sample vials of the authentic Botox that are 50, but there's not a 150. The fake Botox says botulinum toxin type A. The real one doesn't. It says it's onabotulism toxin. You can kind of see it's right there in the Botox.
How have they not been able to trace like who's making this? Like
I
what
don't know.
company?
Like,
is it a company or is it?
Well,
like,
that's what I'm asking. I was looking it up last night to try and figure it out, and
That
as
is
of
so
right now,
weird.
I mean, I guess they need to put more detectives on this because, like, as of right now, they're kind of like.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The fake box almost look like a juice box or something like that.
It does look kind of janky, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it doesn't look super professional.
Well,
Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like an old version of a Botox.
and why, if you're gonna
box.
make a fake Botox, why in the world wouldn't you copy the box exactly? If you're gonna go to the trouble to have a laboratory to create Botox to sell this, counterfeit stuff, why wouldn't you copy the box?
Right.
What is other kind of drug is like could accidentally become what is the normal
I mean,
name for it?
I mean, those people are using a botulinum type toxin. They are. I mean,
but what other drug could be used that could like, like if they're making drugs and it like accidentally turns into this and they're like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna?
I mean, the only thing would be the
fix this?
Botox competitors, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because you can't. There's no real treatment for Botox.
And then they're trying to sabotage.
Maybe it could
The
be the
Botox.
competitors. The competitors are created. So
dear.
yeah. So anyway, when we were talking about stuff that looks janky like the box. So all 19 women that had these problems reported that the circumstances around their Botox injections were questionable, meaning they either felt like their injector didn't know what they were doing, or it was done in a weird place, like someone's house, or
like a hair salon,
like a back alley. I don't know, but all 19 reported that the circumstances of their Botox injections were questionable. So of course,
Yikes.
The next question is, well, how do you prevent getting this counterfeit Botox, which could potentially hurt you? I mean, I think it's pretty common sense. Like, if you're gonna go get Botox, like, don't go get it in a back alley from someone who doesn't really know.
Don't get it behind a Kroger.
Yeah,
okay?
I know, or behind Kroger. Like, go to a reputable place. I mean, obviously plastic surgery offices have Botox, but you don't have to go to a plastic surgeon's office. I mean, reputable med spas are gonna have the real Botox, because no reputable person is gonna use this fake Botox, and nor would they ever like have access to it.
Yeah, they would know what it looks like. They would know, like.
Right, they'd be like, this is not right. I mean, and plus you order the stuff directly from Allergan. It's not like that there's a, rando coming by the office that we buy our Botox from. We
A
literally,
Botox peddler.
yeah, there's no Botox peddlers out there. Like you
Coming around
literally
with a
just
suitcase.
you order it from the factory and they send it to you direct. So yeah, I mean, if you don't want to get counterfeit Botox, just go to a legitimate place. I mean, I guess, the one thing where you might run into it is like Botox parties. I mean, those things are popular. Heck, I used to do Botox parties back when I first started as a plastic surgeon because I was just looking for any work I could get.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's where you could potentially run into this, where you don't know, where that person works. Are they legit? You're just going to someone's house because they're saying, hey, we got wine and Botox. And that's where you can get in trouble. So
Yeah.
I guess maybe you have to be careful now about Botox parties if you live in one of those 9 states. I mean, most Botox parties are gonna be legit, but that's a place where you could definitely run into the fake
That's
stuff.
scary.
I know, right? I mean, we have to worry about fake plastic surgeons. Now it's fake Botox. I mean, what is this world coming to?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I mean, people will make a buck off anything.
It's probably the same people that are using whatever it was to make your butt bigger. What was it?
Oh, like silicone from,
Yeah, from Home Depot.
From Home Depot. Well, I guarantee you what happened. I bet you, like, when you buy this fake Botox, it's probably $50 a box or something, right? It's like dirt cheap, and then people are trying to pass it off as the real thing.
Oh, it's on a discount.
Yeah, and so, like, these people are probably making a lot of money buying this fake stuff, because a real vial of Botox costs around $600, and so if you can get one for $50 and charge, $1,000 to inject it, you're making huge money. I mean, you don't make a lot of money on the real Botox. Like, it's just, the margins are just too thin, so. But interesting, fake Botox, you gotta be aware, people.
That's wild.
I know, right?
Yeah, ask to see the box.
What's next? Fake breast implants? I mean, what are we coming to in this country?
I don't know.